It was 1853. Eastern Europe trembled as empires clashed in the chill of Crimea. The Ottoman Empire, backed by Britain and France, stood against the rising might of the Russian Empire. Cannons roared, flags burned, and soldiers, many still boys, marched into the jaws of death. But this is not just a story of war. This is the story of a woman who carried a lamp into the darkness and lit the path for the future. The Crimean War raged on, bloody and relentless. British troops, ill-prepared and undersupplied, faced a deadly winter. But it wasn't just the bullets and bayonets killing soldiers. Disease, poor hygiene, and the lack of medical care claimed more lives than the enemy. Back in London, Florence Nightingale was not your ordinary Victorian woman. Born to a wealthy British family, she defied expectations. Instead of pursuing marriage and high society, she pursued a calling to heal, to care, to change. Her revolutionary ideas about sanitation, hospital design, and patient care were met with skepticism. But when word of the horrors in Crimea reached Britain, the government turned to her. In 1854, Florence and 38 nurses arrived at the British military hospital in Scutari. What she found was worse than she had imagined. Overflowing latrines, rats crawling over wounds, and the stench of infection in every corridor. Doctors dismissed her. "A woman in our hospital? Preposterous!" But Florence was undeterred. Against resistance, Florence began to clean. She opened windows for air. She demanded soap, clean water, fresh bandages. She set up a kitchen and laundry. Her nurses washed the sick, documented every death, and brought order to chaos. Soon, the death rate dropped from a staggering 42% to just 2%. And then, at night, when the guns went quiet, she walked the halls with a lamp. She stopped at every bedside, whispered comfort, gave hope. The soldiers began to call her the Lady with the Lamp. She wasn't alone in this mission. Another heroine, Mary Seacole, born in Jamaica of African and Scottish descent, traveled independently to Crimea. She built her own clinic near the front lines. With bravery and herbal knowledge, she saved lives too, often under fire. By 1856, the war ended, but Florence's mission had only begun. She returned to Britain and launched a campaign to reform military hospitals across the empire. She used statistics, yes, pie charts and bar graphs, to convince Parliament that healthcare had to change. Her legacy, the foundation of modern nursing, the first nursing school in the world, and a new age in medicine. In the smoke of war, she lit a lamp. In the noise of pain, she brought silence. And in the face of death, she chose to heal. Florence Nightingale didn't just nurse the wounded, she changed history. And today, every nurse who walks into a hospital carries a piece of that light.